are now entering Armbar Audio.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Armbar Audio. I'm your host, Tim Farley, and across the screen from me, from my vantage point, is my trusted companion,
John Jones. What's up, everybody? Big week of topics, and they're all elite. Ha ha ha. Bang bang. we were doing Cactus Jack before we started recording, so So
It's always fun to do some Cactus Jack.
Yeah, sure. So
Except that's what my
yeah.
dad called peyote.
Oh wow. Cactus Jack. My friend was taken by Cactus Jack.
Talking about that.
In 1938.
He was on the peyote.
We never saw him again. So yeah, the first topic that we wanted to talk about here tonight is Evil Uno has been absent from the Trios tournament so far because he's been in Germany at Gamescom showing off AEW Fight Forever, which is nearing completion, is set for release in February of 2023, tentatively. So we have some official gameplay footage released. While on a stream for Gamescom, they actually, Evil Uno, Colt Cabana, and somebody from the con, I didn't know who it was, but I could tell he was like official, had the badge and all that, they played an actual match between Kenny Omega and Adam Cole. So we got to see what the entrances are going to look like, what some of the movement is going to look like. They showed off the signature and finisher mechanics and showed off really how easy this game is going to be to play, because it is a total throwback gameplay system. It's thrown back to games like WWF No Mercy for N64. It's graphic wise similar to the first SmackDown games, like SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, just with a more high def polished look. So it's very stylized, very arcade like, and the game is going to have mini games. There's like a dancing mini game that I saw. There's like there's a home run.
A baseball one?
Yeah, there's a home run derby where in the video you saw Darby Allin using a skateboard to hit the ball, which was funny. And the dancing game, Penta was leading the dance, so it might be like a Penta Says type thing, which is cool. Yeah.
That'd be rad.
So, create a wrestler, career mode, the mini games, the versus exhibition, online play. It's shaping up to be really cool. What do you think, Tim Boy? You gonna pick this one up? I mean, duh, we both are.
I mean, you're gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna play it.
And you're gonna come play
house.
it, yeah.
Because if they don't release a PS4 version, then I'm screwed.
Well, it is going to be on Switch.
Yeah, but I got the light version, so like I'd have to play just.
I play my Switch just like off the dock all the time anyway.
Yeah, but I don't feel like a wrestling game. Like I had one of the SmackDown versus Raws.
I will say
on a PSP.
On PSP, like I had a DS one that was stupid.
Yeah, it just didn't feel right. I want to use the controller. I want to look at the screen.
I'm probably
like the big screen.
I'm probably gonna buy the game twice because I'm probably gonna buy it on PC as well to stream it.
Oh, I could do that.
You can buy it on PC.
Yeah. I do that.
Buy yourself an Xbox or no, a PS4 control. I think PS4 controllers work on the PC. You can link them up.
That's awesome.
Anything with Bluetooth works on it.
So, regarding the video game, people have been making news out of really nothing, huh, John?
Oh, very much so. So yeah, we're going to talk about FTR. Let's talk about FTR. Fear the revival. Fuck the revival. What does it mean? Who knows anymore? Feed them. Feed them rhubarb.
Farm the reeds.
Farm the reeds. You need to farm the reeds every so often. They get out of control. They're an invasive species. I don't know. I don't know either.
I don't know either.
But FTR has been pulled from the main release of the game. It is being reported, however, that they are going to be added to a Ring of Honor DLC pack for the game. But them being removed at all has caused Twitter to go into a frenzy. And it kind of is coming to the chagrin of the top guys as well. Because they were in the base model of the game when it was first in development, and they were taken out. So that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, no, pardon the pun, but when you release a game, you want to have all your top guys on it,
Right.
and FTR. You know how I feel about FTR. They're the best tag team I've ever seen.
They're having a banger after banger year.
Yeah, but like on one hand, I get it because you want ROH
champions
to that, and you want it to be a thing. But Tony, you haven't figured out what that thing is yet. So let me play as Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. I didn't say hardwood, even though
because you're not JR.
For a year, no, I mean for 2 years, I thought that's what his name was.
Hey, so did the people that were making the figure boxes. That happened.
Yeah, I work for Jazzwares.
So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff and a lot of confusing stuff, but mostly good stuff coming out about the AEW video game. I'm still very excited for it. I was gonna buy it regardless of anything. Let's be real. So yeah, that is all we have to say about the AEW video game. AEW Fight Forever, tentatively available February 2023. Available now for pre-order if you're into pre-ordering. I would if they would announce any bonuses that you could get for it, but so far they have not. So,
Not like the WWE when I got my Hulk Hogan action collectible figure, or
and
whenever
my piece of ring mat that Ric Flair stepped on. Next on the docket, we have a new match added to AEW All Out, which is on September 4th. Be on the lookout for the AEW predictions with us and the Nerdy Marks at Saram coming next week. Not sure when yet, but it will be available.
Yes.
We have Tony Storm, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida all vying for the interim AEW Women's World Title. And why is that, Tim?
Because Thunder Rosa has succumbed to a leg injury, I believe. Thunder Rosa cut an impassioned promo last Wednesday, almost in tears, that she had to give up her status as champion, and she wished her friend and partner Tony Storm luck. Now, I don't know if this was a one-night thing or if this is indicative of how the majority of fans feel, but when Thunder Rosa announced that, there were loud cheers, which is very odd to me because Thunder Rosa is one of the few women on that roster that is the whole package and that can do everything as well as possible. There's a lot of female talent in AEW that are not fully developed yet, and Thunder Rosa is one of the talents that are upper echelon.
Yeah.
So the fact that she would get booed anywhere kind of annoys me, and it makes me hate Cleveland even more.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So, but it is interesting that they don't have enough time to put on a tournament because
Right.
the show's next Sunday.
Yeah.
So, I think they chose a good lineup here. Britt Baker is always going to draw people in. The whole thing between Thunderstorm and Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter is there. And then we needed a fourth person. So why not bring Hikaru Shida in, who everyone's complaining that isn't getting any work?
Right.
So, because, like on the internet, everybody's like, well, where's Shida been? She's been in Japan, and then she's on Dark. What's up with that? She's a former champion.
Yeah,
And now
she's
Tony
been in
Khan's
Japan building a new promotion.
And then Tony Khan's like, shut your mouths, Marks. There she is. We saw Britt Baker cut a promo. She's from our hometown, and it was in Cleveland. So she got booed. And
I mean, she
Storm,
drove the fact home wearing the Steelers gear jacket.
Yeah. And then, she was in black and gold the whole way through. And then Tony Storm comes down. Jamie Hayter comes down. And then we see Hikaru Shida run off the bad girls with her kendo stick. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we don't want to get into who we think is going to win or who we want to win because we're going to save that for when we're on with Sid. So we are going to move on now.
Our next topic is honestly probably my favorite or second favorite thing going on in All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
It is the conflict of Daniel Garcia. First, we had Garcia, Daniel Bryan. Oh, Jesus. There's too many Daniels.
There's
too many Daniels.
Imagine if Christopher Daniels was in this.
Oh, man.
We'd have another Chris and a Daniel.
Bryan Danielson said Garcia's name for Blackpool Combat Club. Anybody who knew Daniel Garcia before AEW would be like, yes, that's a shoe-in for the Blackpool Combat Club. They switched this up and have Daniel Garcia in 2.0 go with the Jericho Appreciation Society. And it was cool. Like,
of sports.
Entertainer. So, and I was like, well, that's cool because it makes too much sense to have Garcia go there.
Right.
And Garcia can learn like promos and reinvention and stuff like that from Jericho. And then they're doing this whole storyline now where, Bryan Danielson is Garcia's hero. And he cut a good promo against Danielson before their 2 out of 3 falls match. Or before the regular match. Then Garcia beat Danielson with help from Jake Hager. Then they had a 2 out of 3 falls match, which was fantastic. And in that match, at the end of that match, they were about to show the sign of respect. Jericho came out and got in their faces. And Garcia pushed Jericho down. Jericho wants an apology, etc., etc. Garcia is like, you put me in this position where that's my hero, and you know that I wanted that match, and it meant so much to me. You don't care about me.
Yeah.
You only care about yourself. And out comes Danielson. And Danielson starts to stoke the fires that are already there under Garcia. And Garcia is feeling super conflicted and is like, you guys are putting me in this position. I can't make this decision, not here, not now.
Right.
He goes to turn away. Jericho pulls him, and then he pushes Jericho again. And immediately Garcia is like, oh, no, what did I do?
And Jericho has this utter look of betrayal on his face. It's so good. His facial
and Danielson got
good.
that hilarious laugh.
Yeah. Jericho's facial expressions are so good.
So this
Big-
leads to
Big, why's
a
my
match.
name on this energy?
Yeah, this leads to a match between Lionheart, Chris Jericho, and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson,
Oh.
and All Out.
Oh,
And I guess this is for custody of Daniel Garcia.
Garcia, yeah. Put it on the ladder match. Jericho's good at it. He invented the best one.
But I really like this because
Yeah. It's a
Yuta
good story.
has
They've got
Yuta
some
has been
good shit.
established already.
Yeah.
So like if you would have put Garcia and Yuta in there at the same time, you wouldn't have been able to get Yuta as over as he is.
And that's
right now.
kind of already been done too with the pure title thing.
Yeah, and they don't like each other. So
Yeah.
But I don't know where it's going. I don't know where Garcia is going to end up, and that makes me excited.
Putting Garcia between Jericho and Danielson specifically is the best thing they could have done.
I
It's
agree.
so good. It's really good. And the match at All Out is going to be a banger and a half. So All Out is shaping up to be possibly one of the best pay-per-views that they put out.
John, did we say that before every pay-per-view they put out?
Yeah, but sometimes we're wrong.
I think so.
Sometimes we're wrong. But this time I think we might be right. All right. So now we get to the nitty-gritty.
Everybody and their mother who watches AEW and who doesn't, because every wrestling fan has an opinion on everything, wants to know and wants to chastise or wants to hold up whatever CM Punk is doing.
Yep.
We get this whole report that when CM Punk came back from his injury and he cut the promo, the Hangman Adam Page stuff wasn't supposed to be said. He went into business for himself. He's unhappy, blah, blah, blah. But then we see FTR post a picture with him where they're clearly happy, and they said he's super unhappy as a sarcastic thing. Also, he had done appearances for AEW while he was injured, and he seemed very happy to do those things, and he seemed to have fun. We haven't seen Hangman Adam Page for a few weeks now, I believe, ever since the Bucks asked him to be their partner.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really believe any of this to be true. But we found out
always a but.
Last Wednesday, before Dynamite started, Tony Khan had a talent meeting regarding all kinds of issues with the talent. And I also read that post Dynamite, Kenny Omega talked to the locker room about morale and other things, and it was said to be like a tough love speech, and some people, took it as it was, and some people got salty about it. The thing that I hate about this shit is that there's no details. These people come out like with the CM Punk and Hangman thing specifically. First, we were supposed to believe that Punk was upset that in a promo, Hangman said something about Punk and Cabana. Yeah. And then 3 days later, they said it was from a different promo with Page saying something else. No one who's reporting any of this shit knows what's being said. So just shut the fuck up and let me watch wrestling. Okay? Because from what I see a guy who showed up to work. I see a guy who got the crowd reaction. I saw a guy who worked with Jon Moxley that entire show to build up their match and it was so so heated that they had to put it on the next Dynamite instead of saving it for All Out. And the plan that all these people are saying now is that match is still going to happen at All Out.
And now it's fucking confirmed that it's going to tear the goddamn house down.
Right.
Right? To me, that's what it means to me.
Because what happened, John?
What happened when they wrestled Dynamite? When they wrestled on Dynamite, CM Punk and Jon Moxley both came in hot out of the gate. Punk hit an enziguri, but pivoted on his surgically repaired foot, and his knee gave out, and he went down, and then Jon Moxley just fucking killed him.
Brutalized him.
Yeah.
He put him in a fun-looking submission, targeting that ankle.
Yeah, hit him with and then he hit him with the elbows.
And then he hit him with a Death Rider, and then a
Death Rider and a paradigm shift. Yeah.
Yes. And he won in like record time.
Yeah. It was just over 2 minutes.
And then everybody shit their pants.
And
oh my God.
Oh,
maybe the rumors are true.
Yeah.
Maybe the rumors are true, and they're getting the title off of him right
Punk.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
We saw
they're making All Out must see.
When Punk was being led to the back by his friend Ace Steel, he whispered something in his ear and he looked back. And there's also been a lot of talk about Punk going heel. This is how you get it.
This is it.
Jon Moxley is beloved. CM Punk is beloved. Moxley says, I'm the spirit and the fight and this and that of AEW.
Oh my God!
Punk says, "That's fine. You could be the
heart and soul. I'll be the dollars and cents."
Yeah, and now you have a Punk who feels like he's owed something because his foot betrayed him, and then you have a better match at All Out. It also could be CM Punk is known to be a big fan of Jon Moxley's ever since WWE. They asked him a long time ago when he was on WWE main roster and FCW just turned into NXT, who do you want to wrestle? And he said, give me Dean Ambrose. I can make money with Dean Ambrose.
And now that's what they're doing. And now
it's also very well known that he is good friends with Jon Moxley's wife, Renee.
Yeah.
So let's make a fun program. Let's get these people on the internet a little confused again. Kayfabe's been dead for so long. Let's do something here, Tony. Okay, Phil. Okay, John.
And Tony's bringing it back. Look at what's going on. Look at what's going on with MJF.
Yes.
People were so ready for him to fuck off a couple months ago. And now they're waiting for his return every episode of Dynamite.
Right. Which I thought the match on Wednesday would have ended with MJF screwing both of them and inserting him into the title match. But, and I liked feeling what the fuck, because it led me into all these questions and everything, and I had to sort it out, and that's why I'm sitting here talking to you.
Right. Exactly. So, some controversy there. We're going to roll into some more controversy because we are going to talk about the Trios title tournament so far. Tim, lay out what's happened so far up until the match that I'm going to talk about.
Well, Death Triangle had a fantastic match
against the Young Bucks and the returning Kenny Omega.
And the returning Kenny Omega. No, you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
That wasn't Death Triangle.
Oh, no, it wasn't. You're right.
No.
Who'd they fight?
That was LFI.
LFI, yeah.
And we saw Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
And that match was fire. And Omega, I hope it was kayfabe, was selling his old injuries.
Yeah.
And selling ring rust. And I have a hard time believing that that's true because Omega is is a once in a lifetime athlete.
He's Kenny
Oh,
by God Omega.
I'm so glad to hear Don Callis again. And the first time he said
that's an
athlete,
interesting take.
I lost my mind. Yeah, and Dragon Lee was fucking fantastic. He did that like tope suicida where he just like kills himself.
Yeah, where he jumps into the crowd.
Like a real tope suicida.
That shit was the fucking Hiromu Takahashi match spot. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he did it to Roosh at the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and then he did it to Kenny. But LFI quickly disposed of Dragon Lee for losing the match. We had the Best Friends beat the Trust Busters. I'm interested in the Trust Busters. I like Parker Bordeaux. I like that Sonny Kiss is getting some time. Ari Daivari, Slim J.
A lot of people are poo-pooing the Trust Busters. I don't know why. They want Ring of Honor to be a thing, but they're going to shit on every Ring of Honor team that comes in.
Right. United Empire beat Death Triangle in the first round. And then we had what was the other fucking match?
Where the Best Friends fought somebody.
No, who are the Best Friends fighting?
Busters, right?
Yeah, but who are the Best Friends fighting? Dark Order.
Oh,
The last match of the first round was Dark Order versus Malachi Black.
Yeah,
the House of Black. And this past week, Wednesday, we saw Death Triangle versus the United Empire, which was Aussie Open.
Yeah.
And that match, I didn't need Dave Meltzer to tell me it was a 5-star match.
Me neither.
Because when I was watching it, I tweeted, "Thank you, Tony Khan," because back in the day, I would have to be at or wait months for PWG to release a match like this.
Yeah.
That shit fucking ruled.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You can say whatever you want. It was awesome. And then on Friday, we got the last match, which was the Dark Order, Silver, Reynolds, and 10 against the House of Black. And for longtime AEW fans, you probably were rooting for the Dark Order.
Yeah.
And for, casual viewers and wrestling aficionados, they were probably thinking, well, Malachi Black and Brody King and Buddy Murphy are going to stomp the shit out of these guys. And, I was somewhere in the middle.
Right.
I really wanted Dark Order to win. But my logic told me they have no chance against these dudes.
Yeah.
Just because, Silver and Reynolds are fantastic, and Vance is always getting better.
Yeah.
But you have two world champion ready wrestlers in Brody King and Malachi Black.
And then you have the best kept secret.
Yeah. So what happened at the end of this match, Joel?
So they might not have had a chance, but who does have a chance against them? The Redeemer, Miro, because Miro showed up and fucked over House of Black.
Yes,
eventually leading to Alex Reynolds rolling up Malachi Black for the 1, 2, 3, and the Dark Order is moving on to face the Best Friends, not House of Black. This caused an even bigger frenzy than FTR being taken out of the game, than Punk and Hangman even, I would say. This caused a Twitter meltdown.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Shut up and watch.
Yeah.
We mentioned earlier in the show, Sid was going to be on our prediction show for All Out. And, he was like, at one point, this is completely off the Trios titles thing, but it goes to my point of shut up and watch. He tweeted, "Why are Swerve and Keith Lee helping the Acclaimed?" And I tweeted back at him, "Just watch." And it led to a title match, which the Acclaimed deserve.
Yeah.
House of Black have been trying to get Miro for a while, ever since he came back. And Miro finally decided what he was going to do. And now he has Sting and Darby on his side. So we got that. Why? Okay, so here's the thing. Let's say House of Black won that match and went up against Best Friends. Let's say they won that match. Then all the original AEW fans who have been dreaming of Trios champions would say, but how could they do the Dark Order and the Best Friends like that? And then you have the House of Black going to the finals, and who are they going to face?
The Elite,
most likely the Elite.
Yeah.
And do you think House of Black's going to win that match?
And even if not, do you want Miro ruining a pay-per-view match?
Exactly.
You'd shit yourself.
Right.
He ruined a Rampage match, bro. It's not that deep.
Right. And obviously, we this trios tournament, when I looked at it when the brackets came out, I thought it was interesting because some of the teams are not teams I would have put in there.
Sure.
I wouldn't even imagine
like the Trust
United
Busters.
Empire.
Yeah.
And the Trust Busters. Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of trios action in AEW history. But I will say this. I do like the amount of push that the United Empire is getting everywhere.
Yeah.
Mainland New Japan Strong, all the indies they go on, Rev Pro, and AEW. So, John, since we're going to talk about the United Empire.
Oh, well, hold on. Let's also mention the return of Kip Sabian that happened in that match, that happened in the Death Triangle match as well.
Let's.
Because he took out Pac. And it seems like possibly are we going to get Kip as part of the United Empire? Because he said something about Ospreay.
Well, where is Kip from originally? I know he's from the UK, but where is he from?
I don't know. I have no idea. Let me see. Where is Kip? Keep talking while I do this.
Kip Sabian came back. He's been the guy with the cardboard box on his face.
Underrated,
that says underrated and over it. And he's been stalking Pac, and Pac got distracted, pulled the mask off of someone who was obviously a hostage, and Kip Sabian made his return looking dashing as fuck. His hair was like silver blue.
He's just from England.
And
that's where he's from.
And his attire, he had a very nice suit on.
Yeah.
And he did damage to Pac. I would not expect him to be in the United Empire because Ospreay's from England, and it looks like they don't have doubles.
Sure.
Double representation.
The only one you could say is Aussie Open, but they're a tag team. You can't break them up.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think that this is going to build the first real feud for the All Atlantic title.
There you go. Yeah. That should happen it all out.
That would be
maybe
interesting.
On the buy-in.
Yeah, or just build it up.
Build it up a little bit longer,
more, But I'm glad this is happening because before, when AEW was in its infancy and they didn't have the weekly shows yet.
Right.
Kip Sabian, before the Penelope Ford stuff, like his relationship with her, and he just his moves were based off of Harry Potter names, and he had the green tights.
Yeah.
And his stuff before that I saw, I really liked him. And then I thought it was really fucking cringe that he got with Penelope and called himself super bad because Joey Janela was the bad boy and he was with Penelope. And I just thought that was just, it always left a bad taste in my mouth. And then the whole thing with when they brought in Miro with him, bad taste.
Yeah.
And then they redeemed Miro.
Hey.
And I think this could be a good redemption for Kip Sabian.
Yeah, for sure. And now that we're talking about it, you know what? That All Atlantic title match, had that be one of those fire banger Rampage main events, like Claudio and Takeshita, or Claudio and Dustin Rhodes. Like, do it like that. Do it as a Rampage main event. So, yeah, and seems like we could possibly be getting an angle where Preston Vance is re-injured in that match. So, there needs to be a replacement. So, jackass, it's Hangman. So, they're going to go to the finals against the Elite.
Well, we don't know if the Elite's going to win. And let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that indeed, Tim Farley. Kenny Omega sounded like the old Kenny Omega, but he had to wait until the cameras were turned off because he's trying to be a babyface.
Well, while Omega was injured, Will Ospreay rose to prominence. He put on 5-star after 5-star. I mean, this year Ospreay's been on fire. I think he's tied with the second most 5-star matches, and not that really matters, but it kind of matters, especially when you're a fan of All Elite Wrestling. And you know, I have been thinking about Ospreay versus Omega for a long time. So whenever I did see those brackets and I saw United Empire, I was like, maybe Kenny comes back and maybe they wrestle. And that's what's happening. Why don't you tell us, after the match between United Empire and Death Triangle, the Elite came out to scout or to, upset the United Empire. Dynamite went off the air.
That is what they were there for, but turns out Kenny was there to read Will Ospreay for filth, because he says, I'm going to just read it here.
Please, read the transcript.
Please give our friends from New Japan a wonderful AEW welcome. Now I'm going to do something very special that perhaps I shouldn't. Don't make me regret it, because you guys are the guests and you won in the main event. Give these people a piece of your minds. Tell these people how you feel. Thank these people for giving us their time tonight. Now that you guys are in the big leagues, that's just one of your daily duties. See if you can handle the responsibility, Will. Hopefully you can handle it a little better than filling my shoes in New Japan.
And then Will Ospreay said bruv about 18 times.
Yeah. But he's from England, so we let it slide. Ospreay says, I didn't know the cleaner was a puss. Fill your shoes. The way I see things, in the short time I've been in New Japan, you've done... Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. The way I see things, in the short time I've been in New Japan...
I've done everything you have, but quicker.
Yeah, they missed like 2 lines. I've done everything you've done and more, you fragile bitch. Kenny Omega was wearing a t-shirt when he came back. What's the matter? Hiding that belly of yours? Are the abs gone, bruv? Is that what it is? Look at you, covered in tape. I just did the G1. Went to the final, another 5 stars. While I've been working, you've been sitting down and getting the Young Bucks to wipe your ass. Face it, you guys have built a wonderful empire here, but it wouldn't be this good but it wouldn't be this good because you invited me to come over here. Money where your mouth is. Next week, United Empire versus the Elite. Omega now approaches the ring, and Will Ospreay is seated on the apron. Omega is right in his face.
Well, I think he took the mic first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then kind of backed up.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Since we're going to play a little hardball, and since there's absolutely no way anyone is going to see or hear any of this, wink, you want to talk about doing everything I've done except doing more and sooner. That could be true, except the only difference is I did it in front of full, sold-out crowds, and you did a G1 final in front of, 3,000 people? After the hardships that I faced to give people like you an opportunity, Will, you would think that maybe you'd be able to do a little more with it. And one man's opinion doesn't mean much to me, Will. None of these people know any of your matches. None of these people even know you. I introduced them to you. Yeah, a lot like I introduced you to the heavyweight scene in New Japan. I never got one thank you from you, Will. Not even one. And here you are talking a whole lot of shit in front of all these people, thinking you're a real tough guy because you wrestled 5 matches in 5 days on a couple of indies and a couple of lower card New Japan guys.
He also said, you might have all of these 5-star matches, and you might have wrestled Okada, but I beat Okada.
Yeah, this says,
and that
yeah.
match
Yeah.
is the one that everyone says is the best of all time.
Right, yeah. He says, and yeah, you lost to Okada. Big deal. I've lost to Okada too, but I've also beaten Okada on the biggest stage of them all. And guess what? That match I'm talking about, that's the one everyone calls the best one of all time. Something that no one says about your matches. In fact, no one even remembers your matches. You see, Will, I gave you the impossible task of filling my shoes. Maybe I shouldn't have given you a pair of shoes when you still haven't grown out of your diapers.
And then there was just a lot of
Bang,
jockeying.
bang, 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 bang.
Kenny trying to get in the ring, people pulling him away, and
Yeah.
Aussie Open got out of the ring, and so that it would just be one-on-one. But this is very heated. Now, John, I fully expect this match to roll.
Oh, yeah.
And I fully expect this match to lead to Omega versus Ospreay at Wrestle Kingdom. I imagine Wrestle Kingdom to be similar to Fight Forever.
Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
But not as many crossover matches.
Yeah.
Hiroshi Tanahashi extended the invitation to Punk. We still have Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson to see. And now we have Ospreay and Omega that I don't think will die after this trios match. And if I'm right, Wrestle Kingdom always rolls, but it's going to roll extra hard this year.
Yeah, and little side note before we wrap this up and get out of here. Wrestle Kingdom, an announcement from Wrestle Kingdom as well. It is going back to the one-day format, and the day after, we will see the return of New Year's Dash. So that's
awesome.
pretty goddamn cool.
I agree.
Yeah. So, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And so,
wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, night, you have a great one. Peace and love to all of you. Bang!
Bang, 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 bang.